Hello interwebs and welcome to my channel as per usual. So for today's video I'm kind of pulling a Steve Shives and just doing a video while I walk around. Of course I can't really climb a tree, so Steve has that one on me because it's kind of mostly just desert here. But I don't know, I always really liked taking hikes and taking kind of long walks, kind of break me out of my own headspace, and being in a, oh hey look, some birds. I don't know if I caught them on camera, but there they go. Don't know if you can see them, but yeah, I tend to, I don't know, I get stuck in my head really easily. I know my hair looks insane right now, so apologies on that, but I tend to get kind of up in here a lot. And, you know, hiking kind of takes me out of it, you know? Get to be in a space, exist in the world. It's a bit rough for me right now because I love being in New Mexico and visiting family and kind of staying with this as we sort of weather the storm and sort of deal with being unemployed. That fun bit. It is nice being here, but I do miss forests. I grew up in New York, not Los Angeles or New Mexico, where my parents currently live. And I don't know, there's something about being in the woods and being in the middle of things. Like I said in another video, I worked at a summer camp and it was always in the Adirondacks and it was just always wooded and nice. So this is nice. And this is lovely, and I do enjoy it. I mean, desert is its own ecosystem. People say, you know, it's a lack of nature, but no, it is nature. It's its own form of nature. It's just one that sorry, getting winded. This is the quarantine body trying to get back in shape. It's its own form of nature. And it's got its own vibrancy. It's just not one that I connect with as easily just because of where I grew up. But certainly there are many people that connect with this type of nature. And certainly it's better. I enjoy being here more than I enjoy being in the middle of a city. You can hear the wind. You can hear some of the city. I mean, I don't know if you can really tell right here, but that's Taos, New Mexico down there. My crazy hair, geez. It's a really beautiful place. So yeah, you can hear some of the city, but I do just like seeing some of the sights. Anyways, I actually did have a point with making this video. And like I was saying, you know, it's nice getting to be here and getting to have, sorry if you can see the sound is a bit rough right now because of the wind. But, it's, making points. Gotta make points, be on point. It's nice being here, but some days, especially the past few days, it's been rough. Just kind of worrying about what's the point of, I don't know, of doing anything right now. It kind of feels scary, and I'm going to forewarn you. This is a bit of a dark thought, but I'm going to bring it to a positive place, so don't worry. I will end on the positive because I've been kind of thinking it through, but I don't know, I just, being unemployed and dealing with all this stuff, and it's like, I just don't, there's these moments that I have where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel so disillusioned and kind of lost a lot of the time. And I'm just sort of like, you know, trying to apply for jobs, and it's like, it's a job, you know, you do the job, and it's like, what is the goal of my life? And especially right now when I can't see friends. I mean, I can see them online, I do talk to them, but you know, it's difficult when you just can't hang out. Like I said, it's nice to see family, but I miss people my own age and people, you know, that I can connect to on like stuff that I like, you know. As much as like my dad loves Star Trek and things like that, it's there's just a lot of like frustrating talk sometimes just about politics and things. Not that he is like problematic or anyways, but we just get heated and things, and it's just nice to have someone you can instantly connect with. And like I said, I love my parents, but you know what I'm all saying. I think everyone kind of gets it. But it's better there than, you know, kind of being on my own back in Los Angeles, stuck in a box. And I do love them very deeply, and it is nice to like have someone who I can, you know, love and be close to and hug and all those things safely. But yeah, yeah, it's just frustrating and kind of lonely and sad. Just kind of wondering, like, where am I going with my life right now? And like I said, YouTube provides at least one outlet and one thing to grow and focus on and feel like I'm progressing in, which is nice. I enjoy doing that, but everything else just feels kind of scary and unsure. And I'm sure I'm definitely not the only one that's feeling that right now, you know? And it got me thinking about another thing that people ask me a bunch on like Twitter and in YouTube comments. And I know that a lot of you respond to, and you ask the question, how do you stay so positive all the time? How do you have a positive outlook on life all the time? How do you keep having that? And the answer is, I don't. I get sad and tired and frustrated and scared, as I'm sure all of you do. But the point is not to be positive all the time, to just constantly have this cheery outlook on the world. It's okay not to. It's okay to feel down and feel scared and feel worried and feel like everything is lost. It's okay to have those moments, those scary, terrifying, existential moments of dread. But what I try to do, and I try to do it through my YouTube videos, is no matter how dark it gets, to choose to look positively, to choose to look optimistically towards the future. And that's not always easy. It's sometimes easier said than done. And that's why I kind of like doing YouTube videos, you know, because I'll do YouTube videos on really dark topics. I mean, you've seen the videos that I've made. I've gone to some really hard and dark places, but I always choose to make sure I end the video on something positive. And so that kind of forces me to look at what I've been talking about, all the dark stuff and all the dark things that I've been mentioning in a video or trying to put together in my thoughts, and try to find the good there, or something that we could take this dark energy and frustration and anger and push it towards something constructive. And so I like that that's a conscious choice that I make in my videos. And it's one that I try to apply to my life, and it's not always easy. You know, it's a mindset that, you know, it's easy to say, you know, bucker up, you'll get through, we'll make it, and you'll find that job, you know, or your YouTube will finally be a full-time gig, or things like that. It's easy to say those things and try and say them over and over and over and over again, but it's hard to always believe them. And ruminating on that idea is, again, that's okay too. It's okay to be frustrated and scared, and then try to say, oh, I'm going to try and see the world with a positive lens, try and see the next step, trying to see the way out of this, and kind of trying to say it over and over again and not feeling it. That's okay too. It's okay to not win that fight sometimes. But I think it's important, even if you don't believe it, even if you don't win the fight, to at least always try. Because I think sometimes, even just doing the fight, even going through the motions of it, even if you don't end up believing it sometimes, that you can win and that there's a good day on the horizon, that I think doing the fight for it sometimes makes us trick our bodies into believing it, getting us into the habit of it. Habits, I find in life, are probably the most important thing, honestly. Creating habits of positivity and good thoughts. Just creating cycles of good ideas and good life lessons and good life techniques. I can't think of the word. Things that you do in life. There's a word that people in the comments probably yell at me. But yeah, I don't know. And it's funny because I always kind of roll my eyes at people being like, stay positive, look to the future. And it's just like, yeah, hokey, whatever BS idea. You know, not that I'm against people trying to look positive, but just like this like faux, like kind of feels inauthentic. So, yeah, I guess I just want to be honest and be like, look, I'm someone who tries to be positive, who always tries to look on the bright side. And whenever I do talk about those things in my videos, I am doing it authentically. I am looking towards the bright side. But in my everyday life, because like doing the videos is the thing that makes me feel positive about it. You know, like I'm not just doing it to other people, I'm doing it for myself as well, to try and find what the positive spin on something is. And it makes me believe it. And videos are the ways that makes me feel it the best. But in my everyday life, I think it's just important to recognize that it's okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to be unsure. And it's okay to not always win that fight of trying to get out of that mindset. Not that you should stay in it, but you should constantly strive towards getting out of it. Just keep pushing yourself, but don't beat yourself up either if you don't make it, if you don't win. Be kind to yourself, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I think that's really the crux of the thing that I wanted to get across in this video. Just be kind to yourself. You know, I talk about being kind to others, but I think it's probably most important that we are kind to ourselves first. Maybe not first, but at least at some point we are kind to ourselves. Feels good actually to say all that out loud, to kind of work it through, and hopefully it means something to all of you. But I'm doing it on a hike too. I don't know, like now I'm kind of in some trees, which actually is making me feel like, oh, I'm at home. A moment like this, right here, at a bend in the trail, underneath some trees, the wind has stopped for a second. Feels nice. Of course, now I can hear a truck. Ruining the moment! But, no. We get through. We find the moments of grace, I guess, where we can. And where we can't, we keep pushing so we can find the next one. I wish I could go back to the Adirondacks. It'd be nice one day. Anyways. You are lovely. I love you all. I'm going to go finish this hike, enjoy myself, try and escape my head a little bit longer. And I wish you all the best. And as always, you know, live long and prosper. Thank you so much to all of my patrons, especially right now considering everything that's going on in the world. You keep me motivated and you help me continue doing this channel every single month. I could not do it without you. And a special thanks to my patrons, Polymena, Mystic the Monarchete, Bree Beecher, Din Hagney, Dante St. James, Anti-Cat808, Patrick Shannon, Wayne Twitchell, Wen Dizzle Bizzle, Subraxis, Zach Cody, Maeve, Jason Knott, Maggie Evans, Christy Marie Johnson, Gavin Robinson, William Stewart, Michael Beam, Miranda Janelle, Mari Neckar, Lorena Mesa, Wellington Marcus, Susan Banks, Buttoneer, Ish the Mad, Ashley Allen Bociccio, Boyd and Mary Beth Earl, Stefan Schuhart, Greg Gillum, Christina Dalliance, Ashlyn Solstice, and Eli Bergmoss. Thank you to all of you.